Ladies and gentlemen, it is Dubsky Dude here, coming at you live with another Binding of Isaac gameplay. Except this is not actually live, this is pre-recorded. But anywho, the point of the video, we have Samson here. He's an old friend of mine from back in the Vietnam War. He is running for president. He's an angry businessman. As you can see here, he's absolutely destroying his early competition, Ragman. Ragman doesn't have a chance. Just look at him go. It is through Samson's blood, sweat, and tears, mostly tears, as you can see, that he is rising through the ranks to become one of the greatest Isaac politicians that you've ever seen. And here's the defeat. Here's the untimely defeat of Ragman. Just doing a little cleaning up here before we finally put this contender to rest. And now we're on to the next election. And welcome to the next GOP Caucus Tribunal Primary Hootenanny. Here we have Samson taking on Littlehorn. As you can see, Littlehorn isn't doing as good as he predicted. He's throwing a hole down. The hole is not successful. Littlehorn's hole strategy has failed completely. Let's move on to the next election. And next we have Samson against the Frail, and just dropping bombs all over this landscape. You know, I hate to say it, but out of all the bosses in this game, the Frail seems the most like Bernie Sanders. But unfortunately for Frail Sanders, Samson is a businessman, and he knows where the panties are. Now, at this point in Samson's race, it seems that he has found money equals power. And with 87 pennies, that seems pretty powerful to me. And with that, his next competition has been destroyed. Let's move on to the next election. What's disturbing to me in this political race is that all this turd flinging between our current candidates has given birth to another candidate named Brownie. But obviously Brownie was not wealthy enough or angry enough to go toe-to-toe with Samson. And now we have Samson facing a big contender. It's Mom. She is definitely a hardline contender in this election. She's got a lot of weight to throw around. She's got a lot of friends. She's got her eye through the door. She knows what's going to happen next. What can Samson do against such clairvoyance, such determination? Ladies and gents, our Samson is going to make Purgatory great again. He's going to build a wall. Let's move on. And for the next contender in the Isaac elections is death itself. His policy is that everyone, politically and socially, are equal in death. Can Samson do away with this hodgepodge? I believe he can. What can I say, ladies and germs? He is an unstoppable force that not even death can halt. Now, besides our Samson being very wealthy and very angry, one of his core principles is to get to the heart of the matter. And you know what he does to that heart? He shoots goddamn lasers at it until it explodes. That's what our candidate does. Let's move on. Now we join our Samson in one of the biggest struggles of his political career. We have this strange new contender who I have never seen before. Where did he come from? What does he stand for? No one knows. But what we do know is that he is attacking Samson over being, well, racist. Against blue people. Against blue locations. Blue wombs especially. Now this is terrible, false allegations. And once these allegations are disproved, he does the typical thing that we'd expect. He transforms into a giant tumor. But guys, in my political commentating career, which has spanned an entire 3 weeks, I've never seen such dirty tactics. I mean, yes, we all know that Samson is very racist, very rich, and very angry. But that absolutely doesn't matter in a political campaign for the most powerful position in Purgatory. Now, I've interviewed Samson before, and one of his policies, one of his core changes to our Constitution, is that he wants to make it so that we can sue these slanderers, these naysayers, when they say true but unnecessary things about our candidate. Now, our glorious leader Samson, our Führer, he wants to build a wall. He's going to keep out these blue flies. He's going to keep out these tumorous, blinking tear droplets that are assailing us day by day, taking our jobs, stealing our integrity, outsourcing our tears to places like the burning basement, the dank depths. That's not where our hard work needs to be allocated. All right? You see, our Samson knows where our tears, our trinkets, our bombs and keys. He knows exactly where they should be. They should be in our hands, not in these vast armies of blue people. I mean, sure, they're shaped exactly like us and they're a different color, but who cares? And they just keep spilling forth out of this hole. This is exactly why we need a wall, to keep these ne'er-do-wells out. Now, this just in, our contender's name is The Hush. I don't understand how he's gained so much traction. He is the Hush. He doesn't speak. But maybe this is exactly how he's contending with Samson so well. Because his actions speak louder than any of his words could. I mean, his Blue Fly supporters from the Blue Fly Party, they're very adamant that he is the correct choice. And the Hush is also an adept at ducking and dodging and dipping and using hydro pump to put the hurt on Samson. He is having a very difficult time at this part of his campaign. Some people have also said that our esteemed candidate Samson is not fit to run all of Purgatory because he's just a businessman. But as you can see, that doesn't matter. Defeat is inevitable for tumors. We will not allow tumors to steal our integrity, which is why we are electing Samson. Ladies and not ladies, I have some shocking drama from the political sphere. It seems that Samson's best friend, Satan, the embodiment of sin, is running against him. Even though Satan is the source of all evil in this world, it just seems pretty low that he would go against Samson like that. Someone that Samson trusted and held very close. Now, it's obvious to me that anyone as angry and racist as Samson is would learn it directly from Satan. Satan has written the book on racism and discontent, and also reality television. I hear that comes from Satan as well. Unfortunately, those credentials aren't enough for Satan to get the leg up on Samson. Let's move on. And finally, ladies and gentlemen, after defeating countless candidates, our Samson is now facing off with his final obstacle to becoming Purgatory's #1, and that opponent is Hillary Clinton. You know, it's only fitting that Samson would face off against one of the most evil creatures ever to be conceived. A monster so devoid of basic human morality. I'm not even sure if Hillary Clinton is human. I mean, sure, her head is floating around, she's firing blood lasers, but honestly, that seems like par for the course in this political environment. But as evil and disgusting as Hillary is, I have faith that Samson will win the day. And the results are in, folks. Who has won the election?
Samson's our new president.
Our esteemed candidate has won. He has become Purgatory's #1. Our dream of a world without blue people has been realized. Congratulations. We did it.